Congrats to the Columbus Clippers, who've advanced to the International League playoffs for the first time since 2004. If you want to see the Clippers playoff run, go to the Huntington Park box office or log on to their website, clippersbaseball.com. Welcome back to our show, where we're looking at the top prospects for the Tribe by position here on Indians Minor League Magazine, final show of 2010. Time now to move to the starting pitching prospects, and we're going to go lefty and righty. And the Indians left-handed wise, they've got some people there. Of course, they picked Drew Pomeranz, their first pick this past year. But the guy that we like, we're going to go down to Lake County, and a player the Indians got for Johnny Peralta, Giovanni Soto, who came to the Tribe in that trade for Peralta with Detroit. He made an impact in Lake County immediately, winning half of his 6 starts for the Captains and striking out 31 in 31 innings pitched. Interesting guy, and obviously, though, needs to kind of fill that body out a little bit, Ross.
Yeah, we love those challenges. When a guy's effective, young, getting out, and still has a lot of room that you can make strides, whether it be physically or fundamental, that's what player development's all about. So we're extremely excited about acquiring him. Very impressive cutter, an unhittable pitch, essentially. Was unhittable in the Midwest League, and probably could have been out of there, but we had a lot of guys having success in Kinston, the best pitching in the league and at that level. So great year, great introduction to our organization.
Ross, you got a lot of depth from the left side, especially from starters. You look at TJ McFarland and TJ House are some of the names. Talk about some of these guys. Eric Berger. A lot of these kids really had a lot of success this year from the left side. A lot of them aren't really power pitchers, but they know how to pitch, and they're all going to move up through the ranks. Talk about a little bit from the left side.
Yeah, and Matt Packer is another individual that's really had an incredible year. TJ McFarland with the ground ball rates and a developing slider. TJ House has flash plus fastball ability with 92 to 94. And Eric Berger in his second year in AA, or was there for the second half of 2009, really has shown that he's going to contribute on some level in the major leagues with the ability to haul innings and get outs. But really the story of the year has been Matt Packer. Not a high selection in the draft in 2009, and we're ready for him to be in AAA right now if we have the spot for him. So incredible year, absolute dominance, and just flew through our system, and was along with Alex White, the best pitcher on that AA staff.
Yeah, you really made that going from Lake County to AA. Is that just skips right over Kinston? That's pretty darn good, Ross. All right, let's talk about the right-handers. And Ross, you nailed it with Jenmar Gomez and Carlos Carrasco and guys like that already being called up. Josh Tomlin. Here's the obvious right-hander that's had a phenomenal season, Alex White. Throw the record out, really. Look at his ERA. He even pitched a little bit better in Akron. And, whenever you see a kid go up a level and get better than what he was at the lower level, you know you have something special.
He really is. I mean, he's so much fun to talk to work with, to watch pitch, to watch compete, to watch him interact with his teammates. There really just aren't any shortcomings with this guy. And the athleticism is there. He feels his position, the way he takes challenges on. And we've asked him to do a couple of subtle things with his delivery that he embraces 100%. The slider's better, the split's better, the fastball's always been there. When we ask him to use his 4-seam fastball more to see if he can get more swing and miss with it, next start he does it. I mean, just unbelievable ability and unbelievable pedigree and makeup. So he's gonna do it. He really is going to be a special part of this organization for a while.
Well, Ross, it seems like we finally, with this organization, have a lot of depth in starting pitching. But you look at the right-hand side, you have Alex White, who you know is going to be a #1 at the major league level at some point. Jason Knapp, Corey Kluber, and Joe Gardner all had success stories this year. Knapp coming in from the trade last year, kind of struggled early on this year because of an injury, and then all of a sudden, he's throwing the ball really well now.
Yeah, he's been unbelievable. From the start, I think we talked about it on one of the shows before. What he's done from a physical therapy standpoint, just physically recovering from this shoulder surgery, how he went about it, and the goals he set for himself and the goals we set with him, he really was remarkable with his recovery. And his first outing was up to 98 miles an hour. We had to pull back and say, listen, let's make sure you can pitch 7 innings, 8 innings for a long time here, and we don't need a closer, we need a starter. And he answered that challenge well. He's really an impressive young man with crazy ability.
Ross, we've seen a lot of the young players already make it to the majors, but some good young players to watch for the next couple of years, too. Thanks for stopping by today, and we'll see you next year for sure.
All right. Thanks, Al.
You got it.
Thanks, Jay.
Still more ahead on Indians Minor League Magazine as you look at Captains fans who made the road trip to Dayton last month. We're getting ready to bring you our final thoughts. Stay here.
Beautiful. 26, 36 feet per second up.
Congratulations to Kinston, whose late season run vaulted them to the Carolina League playoffs. K-Tribe playoff tickets available at the Granger Stadium box office or KinstonIndians.com. Now we'll look at the final standings where 3 of the 5 teams made the postseason, 4 of the 5 teams at 500 or above.
Yeah, the Indians minor league teams did an extraordinary job this year. They really competed at a high level, and it'll be very fun to watch these kids play in the playoffs and see who can get the rings, you know, because the Indians have had a great history of winning rings at those levels, but it'll also be interesting to see what kids get called up after these playoffs are over to the major league level.
Thank Ross Atkins for stopping by. Jay, great work working with you this year.
Al, it's been a fun time. You know, we do a lot together, and this was a fun time to talk about some great players at the minor league level, to watch them progress.
It sure was. For Jason Stanford, I'm Al Pulowski. Thanks for tuning in this year to Indians Minor League Magazine as we leave you and look at some of the great moments throughout the farm system during the 2010 season. Have a good one.